thought you were smiling about getting a new bathroom.
We'll first go over the regular business meeting. We have a short meeting tonight. We have Pastor Collins, who should be here for the invitation, and the junior ROTC will be here for the pledge of the flag. The minutes, are we good on the minutes?
We're good on the minutes?
I believe we are.
We have no invited guests. Ms. Spears will be here to report of the reports. Ms. McElwain is here to give a stat report. We'll have no DDA report and a first report tonight. Mr. Chambers will have a report. Then we have second reading on the application for the build out of the express oil change. Jason, any comments?
Yeah, I'll just keep it brief. Basically, the application is to operate and expand the existing automotive service center. This business existed before the conditional use permit requirements, so they have to bring that into compliance, and then they're asking to request to expand the building. Actually add an additional 1,650 square feet of 3 service bays to the rear of the property, and an additional drive to access the private drive in the rear. They've met the conditions of the conditional use permit. The parking is in order, and we've recommended approval with the 7 attached conditions.
Okay, any questions for Jason? We have no business, we'll have council reports and mayor's report. And that brings us then to our work session agenda.
Mayor, on the announcements, just wanna, I brought it up, but it's not changed in here. The November 3rd announcement for the election day says the hours are from 8 to 5. Just need to make sure you read.
It's correct in my
Okay.
copy. The ones that were published for the public perspective.
And also, if I could, please, since there was a little bit of concern about tonight's meeting with some postings, not making it or whatever, I'm gonna ask if you would to make everybody feel comfortable. They're not having a meeting that's in violation of any open records or anything like that.
No, that's fair. We got questions today about the agenda and whether or not it had been published on the website, and whether or not that would somehow affect the ability of this meeting to go forward under the Open Meetings Act. And we looked at it, and there's a specific Georgia statute that is on point, and not that anybody cares much, but it's OCGA 50-14-E, subsection 1. And that is the subsection that talks about when and where the agenda needs to be published. And pursuant to that subsection, the agenda needs to be published, be available upon request, and shall be posted at the meeting site. And I understand that the agenda was in fact posted here, which is the meeting site, and accordingly, because the agenda was so posted, the meeting is valid. It doesn't need to be posted on the website. I think that that's done as a matter of courtesy and as a matter of good practice, but whether or not it was posted there, that we can still go forward with it.
Thank you, sir.
Sure.
And then that brings us to correspondence. 2 things. We received a letter from GMA. It's time to recertify our City of Ethics, so that has to be done by end of January. Staff wants to start working on that. Also, there's 2015 Georgia Recreational Trails Program grant applications are now available. They're up to anywhere from between $25,000 to $100,000 in grant rewards. The application's due in the middle of December. I know we need our trail. We need to still finish our trail at Briscoe Park, so I don't know if anyone has any interest in picking this up and working on it. And we have a city attorney's report.
No, but I would request an executive session.
Update on discussion items, update on the Coalition of Operations Planning.
I have a comment, and then I'm gonna let Butch update us.
Okay.
I just wanna say that this coup, it's not political. It doesn't interfere with the city charter. for the ordinances. It's designed and written as a policy to protect the city in case of any kind of physical disaster or document disaster. It's not a difficult policy to read or understand. It's just written as a general policy which includes specific documentation for each of the city's departments. I highly encourage the future mayor and council to pass this policy soon. Read it in full. Familiarize yourself with the hierarchy because that's very important. Have your questions answered now. Prepare the departments for mock drills and upgrade yearly. And lastly, the employees and the department heads, they understand this policy. They know exactly what it's for and when to use it. They know how to implement it. And they will be the saving grace of this city if this policy ever needs to go into effect. So please, I encourage mayor and council to read it, to understand it, get your questions answered, and please get it passed. And now I'll leave it to Louis.
I'll just say that, for the record, we need to thank Lieutenant John McKinney for really carrying the ball on this for a long way, getting us to a very good point. And a policy like this, the most difficult part is the last mile. You know, when you can put a lot of things in place, but when you get to a couple of stumbling blocks at the end that we think, I think we have addressed, we are addressing in the police department with off-site data storage. We're also addressing a joint use agreement for facilities, should we not have a facility here, and both of those with the city of Lawrenceville. There are, and I can tell you that most entities, states, fed, state, counties, obviously have a continuance of operation plan. Not many cities do. When I was speaking at the conference a couple of weeks ago, just mentioned the coup preparation that was going on in Snellville. And after that meeting, at least 20 people came up to me from all around the country saying, we want a copy of it, we want a copy of it. I told Diane, I said, I never should have brought it back. We don't have a copy, and I made that clear, we aren't there yet, but we're very close to being there. So, and if you could put a name on a policy or an ordinance, this would be the Kraus coup. And coup sounds kind of crazy, but it is very important. And if it just helps to clarify everybody's mind in the first hour of after any type of a catastrophe, potentially can change a lot of save and change a lot of lives. So we will carry through with that, Diane.
Thank you very much.
And we will go over it with the council, mayor and council, and hopefully everybody will understand and be on board there.
Thank you.
Anything else? Okay. Election update. At one point in time, I think there had been discussion about having a special called work session to go over election matters. We've never had that. We're about a week away, so I just want to make sure everything is okay. I think Commissioner Manuel, that was your concern. You were the one talking about the work session. Are we good?
I think we're good now.
Then the work session of the mayor and city council of Snellville, Georgia, mayor and council announced certain matters to discuss in closed session of meeting. Ask council advice